The setting is a quiet afternoon at home when the phone rings. It's a phone call from the doctor's office saying they need to see you in the office immediately to go over your child's blood work. While you knew something was wrong, you were hoping and wishing that it was just some common illness, something that medicine will quickly heal. But that phone call sends chills down your spine because you just know it isn't good. As parents, we sense these things, and while deep down we always try to be optimistic and hopeful, sometimes we just know. That scenario takes place every day. It's something we dread from the very first day our children are put into our arms. We know that our lives just took on a whole new purpose, and that purpose is to protect our children at all costs, to ensure them the best life we can provide them with. It's a duty that answers a mystery that we all have until the very day a child is placed in your arms and you hear that cry for the first time and feel that little heart beating. Then your mystery is no longer a mystery at all. That is your entire purpose for living. When we hear the news that our child has a serious disease that will require them to fight for their lives, it changes us in an instant. If you are a mom, then your maternal instinct kicks into overdrive. If you are a father, then your need to protect them makes you stand up front and center against all odds and prepare for battle. With all that said, sometimes it's just not enough. There are times in our lives when we are just not in control, when the battle before us must be surrendered to even a higher authority, a time when hope is all we have left. Today our family is at that point. We received that phone call that changed our lives in an instant. A phone call that reminded us that even with the power of love and the conviction of our heart, we can't always protect our children. Today a father is learning the real meaning of weakness. A mother is crying, trying to figure out how they tell their child that they have a disease that will inevitably change their lives forever. There are many diseases that share the same story, but today I want to focus on one particular disease called Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. It is a rare inherited disease that damages the nervous system, causing progressive loss of muscle coordination and other symptoms. Symptoms usually begin between the ages of 5 and 15, but it can appear later in life as well. Impaired muscle coordination, difficulty walking, poor balance, loss of sensation in the arms and legs, slowed speech, hearing loss, vision loss, scoliosis, heart disease, and diabetes. The prognosis: most patients die within 10 to 20 years after being diagnosed. Some die much sooner as each individual's body progresses at different levels. There is no known cure, and the life of a child with this disease will be incredibly challenging. Without the few experimental treatments available, the prognosis is not very promising. People with FA typically require a wheelchair within a few years after symptoms appear, and their quality of life will change indefinitely. The quality of life for someone diagnosed with this rare disease is anything but pleasant. To witness a child suffering with a life-changing disease like Friedreich's Ataxia is most difficult as their bodies slowly surrender to it. They begin to lose coordination and their activities decrease as their cognitive and motor skills become more impaired. I'm a man of faith, but even with that, I sometimes find myself asking God why. Are we not faithful enough? Are we being tested? Is this fate, or is this some cruel reminder of just how vulnerable we are without God's promise of eternal life? These questions are beyond my scope of understanding, but here I am, relying on God's answers and relying on hope. They say that hope is the last thing to die, and right now, that is what we are counting on, hope. Today I ask for your prayers, not only for our family, for so many others who might be in need. Prayer is the best medicine on earth. And when it's all you have, you really count on it. And prayer means so much to us at this time of our lives when we are sitting here trying to understand and navigate what life is going to be like as we move forward. So we ask for your prayers today, and please keep an eye out for our posts. There will be more to come as we are on a journey that we are still uncertain of. We thank you all, and God bless.